So today we're just going to go over this crazy-ass Epstein files stuff.
Not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping, you know, the radical left. That Wolf was a third-rate writer, was conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein
Who's
to
Wolf?
hurt me.
I don't even know.
Politically or
I've just come
otherwise.
up, but now he wants to
And-
sue him too. And I want to know who that
that
lady
can't-
is back there.
So we'll
fuck is she
probably
doing?
sue Wolf on that.
So let's go live to Washington and CBS News Justice correspondent Scott McFarland. Scott, we know CBS pouring through these documents. What are you finding that's new?
It's an ongoing process. Getting through 3 million pages is
Well, no shit.
no small task, and you
Right.
can't do it in a concentrated,
hair.
finite period of time. Let me just update what the president said a few moments ago, issuing another one of those stem winder of a social media posts. It goes on a ways, but the first line is worth emphasizing. It reiterates what he said in that press gaggle last night, that he was not
Press gaggle.
Yeah, press gag. I've never heard that before.
friendly with Jeffrey Epstein, and that he's accusing others of falsely accusing him, and then he's threatening potential litigation against others who've
Michael Wolf. Who is Michael Wolf?
Everybody out there, let us know who Michael Wolf
Oh, I'm about
is.
to look it up.
Yeah.
Michael Wolf, an American journalist and media consultant, as well as his columnist and contributed to the USA Today and the Hollywood.
Columnist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
don't
he's
want to
read
piss
these
Trump off.
books. He wrote a whole bunch of books about Trump. All right. So now we know
connected
who he
him
is.
to Epstein. This all echoes what he said to the press last night. But I think this is somewhat beside the point of what we're talking about here today, Reed, which is that there are any number of people, prominent people, powerful people, who had communications, emails to Jeffrey Epstein in the years after Epstein pleaded guilty to an offense
Right.
in 2008.
Yeah, but it's not. Everybody. I mean, if everybody got in trouble for everything they did.
Oh my God! Can you imagine what
I
Congress?
mean,
would do?
and people don't know everything about everybody.
And they don't need to either.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it's just because you know somebody doesn't mean that you're affiliated with whatever they're doing.
Right.
But
It's almost like
Including
and they
they
pick and choose sides because they'll go on about Trump doing it, but they won't go on about
Democrat.
Bill Clinton doing
Right.
it or this person doing it or this person doing it. And then the right does the same thing and says, "Oh, these people are doing it, but Trump didn't do it." And it's just
Yep.
like,
But
the
everybody in the
president's circle.
Congress has got a pass, and I'm sure 90% of them got some sleaze crap that
Yeah,
they
they're-
can pull out
Powerful
on
people in
just
media.
about everybody in Congress. So.
yeah.
Media, in news, in politics, and that is a problematic thing because Jeffrey Epstein had already acknowledged misconduct, yet he was still in this powerful circle years later.
I also want to ask you about this. The Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, he's making these headlines that you're well aware of, that there would be no new charges based on the findings. Can that be something that they can come to that quickly?
Nobody's going to get charged with anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. And everybody knows that. So it's just,
Yep.
why are we talking about that?
In a conclusion?
I've spoken to a number of Epstein survivors over the past 72 hours, including a few moments ago with Daniel.
Where are these Epstein survivors? Why aren't we hearing from them? Why are we hearing from this white guy? I want to hear from the survivors.
Yeah, a lot of survivors
Ben
that have been
Stevens.
mentioned, they don't want to, I guess.
Well,
They're saying they don't want to, but I can't
yeah.
believe that. I would think
Seeking
someone would want to take front and center
Yeah, at least
and come out
one.
and say something, you know?
Yeah, at least one person.
Transparency. She says they cannot make that conclusion based on what's been released so far because so much has been held back. We're talking about 3 million pages or so
Oh, okay.
not released. Thousands and thousands of full redactions, some
Well,
erroneous
some would probably be illegal to release.
redactions, some things that were disclosed that shouldn't have been disclosed. She's making the argument that there was so much in this Epstein network, you can't read into these files anything that precludes other prosecutions. Todd Blanche made a different argument and said the review is over. But Reed, the statement that the review is over from the Department of Justice has only poured
And
gasoline.
the thing about this guy was banned on Xbox. He was out there saying the N-word hard, got banned on Xbox, was playing World of Warcraft, was running a $1 billion business, was sexually trafficking women,
Yeah.
was emailing Bill Clinton, Trump,
He had it going on.
Bill
I mean,
Clinton, all these people, and I mean he had motion,
and
but
he started from nothing. Nobody knows how he got
onto
to
a
where he
fire.
is.
It
It's
is not
incredible. He was a
He's a
teacher.
CIA
just,
agent.
boom, 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 just crazy how fast he moved
Survivors,
up.
activist groups that say more needs to be released under the law, much less under good transparency.
Is there any more talk today that there could be somebody who could oversee this? So we know that survivors have said, look, independent set of eyes wouldn't hurt.
There have been arguments
You've got every
consistently
set of eyes
accelerating
possible
over
on
the
this.
last few months for a third party to take a look at things and make sure the department.
It's been almost 10 years
Yep.
since he got arrested for this stuff, right? I don't remember when he died. When did Jeffrey Epstein die?
Is that 19, I think? Got arrested in 17, died in 19.
Died 2019. You're right, August 10th. So, and they've had this stuff since I think earlier in 2016.
They just wouldn't release him.
Well, I know that,
It
but
was
what
just
I'm saying is they've had 3 million files, but they haven't went through it all in that amount of time.
And you would
over
think,
10
yeah,
years.
that they would have started going
If
through this
justice
right
followed
from
the
the
law,
start.
Yeah.
They would have the high points.
Maybe an inspector general and
Well, they've had to have went through it all to
Yeah.
release what they've released,
or
because
an
they wouldn't
outside
release
private
just in
group.
part.
Somebody else to lay eyes on this thing to make sure the Department of Justice has properly followed a law that they were 40.
Who is supposed to do it? The Department of Justice is the ones that, I mean, who's supposed to check on the Department of Justice?
Yeah, who's their overseer?
Yeah.
You know,
A business is supposed to bring in
Wonder
a
who it would
private
be.
investor,
yeah, absolutely.
There needs to be another set of eyes. Well, who's the other set of fucking eyes that needs to, you want us to give
Yeah,
it to China?
who's watching over the Department of Justice?
Let's
is
give
their
this
boss?
information to
Yeah.
China. That's smart.
Yep.
days late in adhering to. 3 million pages released.
Why don't you release it to the public? And the public be the eyes that judge it.
Yeah, if it
6
got
million
out there,
pages
we would
total.
get
That
through it
means
real
only
quick.
50%
Believe
of
me.
what was in the full files has been made public. That is satisfying.
It'd just be there are a lot of creeps that be like
Yeah.
wanking off to the shit.
no
at
one
this
here in
shit.
Washington.
Scott McFarlane combing through it all. Thank you so much. Good to talk to you.
All right, them guys are fucking retarded.
Well, and the other thing in all of this, when it's all said and done, there's gonna few people having their run through the mud, and that's about it. That's all that's gonna come of this.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anybody going to jail.
Yeah, nobody's gonna get in any trouble.
It's just a whole bunch of reputations are gonna get ruined or run through the mud, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah. They probably did the whole Diddy thing just to get all the heat off of them for the last 2 years. That could be a pretty good idea.
Get this on the
'Cause
front
this-
page. Yeah.
I mean, the Jeffrey Epstein stuff kind of fell off there when Diddy jumped up. And then when the Diddy stuff ended, this shit jumped back up.
Yep, and they've got ISIS off the front page now for a few days, and that Prince there, he's in some shit.
Yeah, let's read this. All right. It's an email to Janine Maxwell. Or no, the subject. Okay, so somebody resent this. Wendy, no problem at all to include me on Epstein / Maxwell notifications going forward. But I wanted to let you know that because of my unit move, the office has transitioned me off the case and added blank. So if you wouldn't mind including her on any notifications, please. Thank you. And I hope you're doing all right these days, given all the circumstances. Okay, this was 2020, so this is after Epstein died.
Yep.
So it was to Janine Maxwell. He called me wanting to give him. Why can't I read today? He called me wanting me to give him a secure email address. He is from blank. The number that came up is blank. From Brian Miller, whoever Brian Miller is. Back in the 90s, Janine Maxwell recruited a girl from a modeling career. Instead of modeling, she was sold to sex slave and torture. Prince Andrews was an accessory to her death as he tortured her and me to force her murder.
Oh my God.
I need to get the passport to identify her. I will need someone to contact the passport office to get an expedited passport. Thanks.
My
Yeah.
God, that could cause some problems if that can be proven. But there's
Brian
girls just come
Miller?
up missing. I mean, they're just gone. But they're gonna dig and dig and dig and dig, and they're not gonna
No,
find.
they're not. They're
I mean,
not doing nothing.
They
They're just
can
gonna try
dig
and
and
throw
dig
this
and dig, and they're
underneath
not gonna
the-
find where them girls are or
Brian Patrick Miller voluntarily murdered 2 young women in Phoenix in the 1990s and went decades without being caught.
Wow.
So that's who that was from. I think if it might be a different person, but this is a 21-year-old girl. She ended up going missing after this, but she's speaking in Spanish. Read that. This is 2016. That they had eaten humans.
And by no way am I saying that they shouldn't look into this. But in my opinion, there's nobody going to go to jail. They should look into this. Don't get me wrong, but nobody's going to go to jail over this.
Everybody knows that, though.
Yeah.
All right, who's this? Epstein case following.
Prince Andrew.
That's Prince Andrew?
Yeah.
Look at the little girl.
Yeah.
She looks dead the way she's laying there, too.
I'm sure she's
Probably
got some drugs of some kind.
What's going on back here, too? It looks like
A red, white, and blue casket
like
or
a
something.
sex party. It looks like somebody's on their knees back there. I'm just saying. Police body cam found on Queen's estate was missing 17-year-old.
Let's look at that.
I don't know how to say that. Cause of death unknown, 2009. Just a reminder, this case was never solved. She was found on the Queen's... I don't know who that is. The Queen's? Is that the Queen?
The Queen's Sandringham estate of some kind. Wow.
That's crazy. Alright, let's go back. Alright, what's this one? Alright, not from email. Sent Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, this is one Jeffrey Epstein sent. My schedule today is a bit crappy, but I could equal all the car around 6:30 p.m.-ish. Where will you be? Equal TW. I'm trying to get a friend out of prison in Syria. You, Dawn, equal 80. Whatever. What the fuck is that shit?
Anyone with influence.
Happen to have anyone with influence or Assad, do you? Over Assad, do you?
Oh, he's looking for help to...
Yeah, to get somebody out of jail.
Yep.
Alright, wrote, talk today. Please note, the equal information contained in this communication is confidential, may be at or any client privileged, may be constituted inside information, and is intended... Why do they put them equal
Yeah, I don't
signs?
know.
That's weird. Only for the use of address C. And why did they spell... Is that right?
I don't think so.
It is the property of GEEE. That's crazy. So he was
Well-
trying to get somebody out of Syria. Who do you think he was trying to get out of Syria? What year was that? 2015. So that's like right before he went to
Jesus,
jail.
11 years ago.
Kanye lost his bank account over criticism of Jews, while the pedos have never been investigated. All right, this is about the Federal Bureau of Investigation, crisis intake. This is... Why is Jay-Z on this? Called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of sex abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Provided the following information. In approximately 1994, blank, 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 revealed herself to blank as a past victim of sex abuse by Epstein. Blank described the abuse occurring during parties. Blank, blank further identified blank as a friend of blank. In approximately 1996, blank resided the blank in blank. An unknown man abducted blank from her home, whence she was awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, who's Jay-Z. While Weinstein had inserted his finger into blank, blank believed she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida.
She didn't know where she was at? Is that what they're
She
saying?
looks like she got kidnapped and just woke up there with them around.
Yeah, and that Weinstein, he was something else too.
Yeah, unknown man abducted her.
Wow.
Yeah. While she was living with somebody. Blank estimated she was abducted on 7 occasions, awaking each time in an opulent indoor setting. Blank suffered from sex abuse on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated. Blank recalled Leon Black and William Barr, current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the occasions of abuse in approximately 2006. Blank last recalled being abused by Epstein on...
I just think this is all tied to that 1% of the 1%. These people
Yeah.
are in, and they think they can do anything. And I think Epstein was a link that was weak, and they had to eliminate him. I mean, everything else, something
did
like this
eliminate
has
him.
never been brought out like this. I mean, look at this. What's coming out of this?
Yeah.
And this could be the Illuminati, where they could get to the heart of the Illuminati. You don't know.
It's just crazy because all the stuff Kanye was saying is true. I mean, all the stuff
Yes.
all these crazy people were saying for years. I mean, they're not even crazy.
Jolie, Angelina Jolie had
Yeah.
said this 5 years ago.
What is this? January 2018. Send him picture 4chan. He was big on 4chan.
And on that one interview, Epstein said that the Illuminati was made up of the main thing to get in there were businessmen, people that knew stuff about money.
Yeah.
And politicians, because of course there's where the power comes from, and they had to have politicians and businessmen. That was the two biggies, I guess.
Do you think I am retarded? Okay, this is to Elon Musk from Jeffrey. Yeah, Elon Musk got exposed big in this. Mm-hmm. Do you think I am retarded? Just kidding. There is no one over 25, and all very cute. Oh yeah, I remember this one. So Jeffrey Epstein was messaging Elon, and Elon messaged Jeffrey and was like asking him about this stuff in coded terms, and then Jeffrey Epstein kind of like flaked on him a couple times, so Elon was getting mad, and Jeffrey Epstein invited him to New York to come, do some business. Was the first whatever. And Elon Musk sent back, he said something like, this be a waste of my time. Oh, this is it right here. I run a lead product design engineering for 2 complicated companies. Moreover, SpaceX is about to launch what is arguably the most advanced rocket in history. Flying to New York to see UN diplomats do nothing would be an unwise use of my time. And then I think this is what he replied with. Yeah. So this was at 2:04 p.m. This was what he first said. Any plans? I'm opening the General Assembly as the interesting people coming to the House. And then he replied with this. And then Jeffrey Epstein said, are you retarded? Just kidding. There is no one over 25.
And which one was the one that wanted the wildest party? When next week was Elon Musk too, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
He asked, they were on a phone call or something. When will there be the best time for the wildest party?
I don't know. I personally witnessed defendant Trump telling the plaintiff that she shouldn't ever say anything if she didn't want to disappear like the 12-year-old female blank, and that he was very capable of having her whole family killed. Holy shit, that is insane. After leaving the employment of Mr. Epstein in 2000, I was personally threatened by Mr. Epstein that I would be killed and my family would be killed as well if I ever disclosed any of the physical sexual abuse of minor females that I had personally witnessed by Mr. Epstein or any of his guests.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That's crazy too.
Yeah, all this is crazy, especially with Trump being in there.
That's another theory that I would think that since the president is in there so much, he might be in there so much, and a lot of this might be made up. Who knows? But they're looking at the for the country's sake, not to release anything with him in it until maybe after his term is done. for the security of the nation or something, so we don't appear weak or.
Yeah. I know Trump's in there. I mean, he has to be. If he's in there already, I mean, he's got to be in there
Yep.
somewhere. I don't know if he did
I
anything
agree.
illegal, but he's in there.
And we're both Trump supporters, and
Whether it equaling out to anything, Trump did something wrong that the public can't be known about.
right, not right now. Maybe later, but not right now.
If the people would allow your country to recognize Israel, could be interesting to discuss. If not, maybe consider putting $1 billion into a fund and benefit the victims of terrorist attacks. Asking the other GCC members to match it. We are... One second, guys. I'm going to take one quick break and we'll be right back.